Welcome to the Twomey Stock Market Report. Today is June 28th, 2022, and I'm James Twomey. Today is Wednesday. This is a short abbreviated version, just an update of what some of our trades have done and new positions we took and stops. So therefore, the buy alert. As far as adding to shorts, yesterday we talked about holding off to see what was going to transpire. So now, if the market opens up positive by a couple hundred points or so, that's a good indication that we're getting the volatility swings that we would like to see that would potentially lead to further downdrafts. So in other words, if you wake up and it's up 100, 200, and it opens up, it climbs somewhere between 100, 300, definitely add to your shorts, the PSQ, the SH, DOG, and RWM. And also take a screenshot of this. If the PSQ, if we don't have those kind of numbers and maybe it opens up flat or down, you're going to look for adding the PSQ at 14.14 around that number. The SPY short SH 16.2, plus or minus. DOG 35.85, RWM 25.25. Those are the kind of target areas. Verizon, we added a third to a half more position today, and we're going to hold that. I'm going to go into our trading table. We'll talk how to play the new and old position. We bought UNH. It did cross the 914 EMA. That does swing quite a bit because it's a high-priced stock. So we're going to have a stop on that as well. I'm watching Tesla. Tesla did cross the 9 and 14. We're going to wait confirmation. I did take a small starter position just to watch. But as we know, and we've talked about it in many other segments, that is a very volatile stock. We'll see if the market fades, then Tesla is going to drop out, and that cross of 19 of the 9 and 14 EMA will abolish. But we'll see. We talked a little bit about our mouse hunt, what we're doing there. ILF, we added a third position, and the stop. We'll go over our stop table as well. XLE, the energy ETF, and UNG. UNG is probably the weakest of all those three, and we're not going to fool around. We're going to put a full stop in that's really tight, and if it goes south, we'll be out of it. If it goes up, it'll be a nice run. Energy today in our sector table, that was a positive, and it seems to be getting a little bit of a rebound here from its huge sell-off the last few weeks. TBT, TBF, we're adding to those on down days when it opens up down. A little bit here and a little bit there. We're going to see if that accelerates or just stays flat from here. So we got an eye on it because it's pretty close to going sideways. It's in a chart pattern, and I'm not really, from a technical perspective, excited about. So I've got a real close eye on that. And then watch energy for entries and stops. We're going to go over that. And then potential other than Tesla is DBC, our commodity play that also does some agriculture. So we're going to look into that. And once I see that hit the areas, also CPG, it should, I guess I didn't put it in here. CPG is also starting to move. We're going to take a look at that. We may add to that. That's our energy play. Let's see. Stock alerts. ILF, we got it. Entry price around 23. This it closed at 22.95. Put a stop at 22.3 on all. XLE, which moves very, very aggressively up and down. We got in at 75.2. The price closed at 75.68. I've got a stop at 73.65. It's an aggressive. Its energy moves up and down really quickly, so it could get stopped out pretty quick, or it just takes off from here, which is UNG 23.75 is what I got in today. 22.65 is the price closing. So, and the stop for everything is 21.5. UNH 508 I got in at 0.8, and it closed at 508.4. And it was, you might have got it lower than that. And I had some low buys in, and I when I got back from golf, I figured I'd just get in and jump in. And then stop on that is an even 500. That is a tight stop. So we'll keep an eye on that. But we don't want to mess around, because if the market goes south, all these are going to go south. Maybe not energy, though. Let's see. So Verizon, take your original, if you added today, I did add some at 50.75 average in throughout the day. So we're going to use that one as our third hold if we're waiting for the inflection of 9 to 14 EMA. The first third entry that we have, we're going to move that stop to 50. So the first third, the last third that we were holding, move the stop to 50 on that, and then the new third that you bought or half, we're going to leave that as our hold. TBT closed at 27.45. We're still around 4.85% on that. TBF 2.65% gain there so far on the last portion we held. And if you're adding like I am, you're building a position, and at some point if you get into a bigger amount, you've got to create another third stop there around either at the 14 or the 9 EMA, or if you're using the 10 and the 15. But we got to wait a couple of days for that to either go forward and up or sideways or down. So we got to, and this getting closer to the 4th of July is going to be really slow. I wouldn't expect whatever we see up or down. It's probably going to change next week when we get back. But July is traditionally very low volume. PSQ got a nice bounce today. We're up on that last third, 7.14. So what I'm talking about there, if it comes in at 14.14 or less, you want to add to it. If you open up and the market's up to a couple hundred points, you want to add to it. The dog 36.02 on the last third, and on that one 35.85 is where you want to kind of start adding. If or unless the market's up several hundred points and it's below that, you want to add another quarter to a third. And then the SPY 16.3, we're up 7.7 points on that last 7% on that last third, and on that one you want to come in around 16.2, or unless the market's up 200 or 300 and could even be below that, but you want to add. If the market opens up in minus 300, it could be a really horrific down day, and that's a tough one. Sometimes if it's a big down 300 points, might be that's the best you're going to get in at that point in the morning, and then we have a nice 500-600 down day. But we're going to see a lot of volatility here with low volume trading, and anything can happen. And at RWM the same. We're holding that last third, and then you can add to that if it with our number, which is, where are we here? 25.25, or I'll repeat myself. The market's way up. You want to nibble in and add some more there. That we got into a little bit late, and that one did a little bit of rebound. I did follow the Schwab SCHA on a small cap. It had some interesting moves there, but it pretty much, I was thinking about we'd do a potential mouse hunt because the 120 was in our favor, but not a good move right yet, so we're going to hold off. SJB, a little bit of a bounce, 19.7. I think we're kind of in this trading range for a while. It did have a big snap up rally, but we kind of got in after that, so we're just holding here, and for risk traders only. That's we've talked about the sector. Energy is today was up on big. That's something we want to look at. So we're going to start adding to our short positions. We were waiting, but we're going to start adding. But certain conditions have to be met, and these are the nuances of trading when we're at the inflection points. So we did book some profits, and now we want to start building some base again for the next downdraft. And it could take a few months before we get the next downdraft. However, it depends how long and steep this goes. We do have some bear market territory on all our indices, so it's gonna have to do some digestions before we get some more sell off here. That's it. So, the beginning of bear market turns, the rallies are flashy, they're short-lived, and the market grinds lower. These rallies tend to grow bigger and more exciting, but they're quite deceptive. You don't want to get sucked in on these bear traps. If you are going to play some bounces, if you feel that you need to get in, pick something that's easy to get in and out, an ETF of an indice, and then you certainly have to be defensive type stocks. I don't think I'd start buying all these. I was watching Amazon because that had just about ready to cross over, or it was really touching on the daily 9 and 14 EMA, and today it just didn't make it. So I actually was on my alert list to watch, and I took it off because that's an indicative of what the high tech market's doing right now. There's some more pain to come from that. All right, so that's the Twomey stock market report. It's a short one today, and then be careful over the weekend because of the volatility that could happen. But any of these new positions, if you took, make sure you get some tight stops in. And we want to start looking towards building our shorts over the next few weeks. Thank you. Have a great day.